Everyone. Hi guys. Sorry for the late start. Things have been fairly chaotic around here. Not bad, just chaotic. And so I'm later than usual and I hate being late. So please accept my apologies. Um, I am Rebecca from ChemKnits, and tonight we are going to be chatting about KnitPicks Bare Yarn. So, and I'm not sure if I am flipped on that camera or not, but right now, for the month of April, all of KnitPicks Bare Yarn is 20% off. This isn't a coupon code, it's all marked as 20% off. So if you have a coupon code for some other special, you can use that alongside this, which is pretty nice. And so this extends to, I think, basically any color that they consider bare or undyed, which is pretty great. It includes sock blanks and a lot of the favorites that I use here on the channel. Now, full disclosure, I am a KnitPicks affiliate, which means I do earn commission for referring sales. And so I sort of want all that to be like clear and fully disclosed so that way you guys are aware of that relationship that I have with the company. But this box that I will be unboxing, I did pay for everything myself. And I usually buy everything, everything myself. So there is that, yeah, disclosure stuff. I don't think I've tried dyeing Wonder Fluff yet. Yeah, I don't think I've dyed that one. I think I'm trying to remember if I have some. I don't think I've dyed that one yet. Oh, and good. Okay, yeah, I can now see on the laptop that's not flipped. On my phone where I'm streaming from, everything is backwards. So there is, yeah, so there's that. So I was a bit concerned. But yeah, and so, oh, before I unboxed it, I wanted to come back to something from one of the previous live streams. So Swish fingering. Back when they launched this with about, I think, a total of 12 new bare yarn bases, I was so excited for Swish fingering. And when I got it and I touched it, I was a little underwhelmed and disappointed by it. You know, it said that it was, and then I realized it said it was 100% superwash wool, not superwash merino, but I was expecting the feel of the Swish line that right now comes in, or previously came in DK, worsted and bulky. I was expecting that feel, but in fingering weight. I do feel a difference with the Swish fingering that I just felt. They had, Swish fingering went goodbye for a while, and so I thought they were discontinuing it, but then it came back on the website and then said it was superwash merino. So I unboxed a new hank of it in the last KnitPicks unboxing I did, but when I looked at the tags just said superwash wool, but the website said merino. And I definitely noticed a feel difference between the old and the new. Not that the old one feels bad, it's just like there's a level of like wanting to rub your face on its softness. It's still perfectly soft, but it feels like, I don't know, it's just got a different, the feel is slightly different and was not what I expected when I first touched it. So I'm not 100% sure if the new one is different, if it's like a new batch or what, but they definitely feel differently to me. It's absolutely possible that they switched mills. It's possible that they had a bad batch. There's many things that I don't know. I don't get any behind the scenes information from them. The only times I get extra information is if I just call customer service and ask questions. And I did not ask about this specifically, but I did go grab an old hank I had of it so that way I could see, and like, yeah, like even like behind my back, like I tried this multiple times and I could tell the difference between the new one and the old one. But I did, before I brought them together, I wrote new and old on them so that way I could tell the difference. And so, not that the old one was bad, I was just completely underwhelmed by it because it didn't live up to the expectations I had. Woohoo for your first order of Jacquard acid dyes. That's awesome. But yeah, so I think that it's Interesting. Now, there was, and I'm now like forgetting the new high twist yarn that they said was DK, and then like the webs then showed up and was like bulky. As far as I know, that hadn't shifted on the website, and so I think I need to call them again because like that one is still like up in the air, questionable to me, because I think that it was like that yarn was like 120 something yards per 100 grams, and so there's no way that that's DK. Yeah, so that, who knows, there might be sometimes I think there might be things that are a little different between the warehouse and the website and the customer service team. So who knows? The yarn that I was just talking about is the Swish fingering, which, yeah, the new one that I got definitely, even though the labels look exactly the same, although I wonder if there's like a, no, the labels look exactly the same. Oh no, the lot number is different though. Yeah, the lot number is different. So not that I know how to read the lot numbers to tell which ones are newer or older, but yeah, so I guess if there's some of that floating around, there could be some differences into how they feel. But let's open up what I ordered most recently. So this I didn't order during the current Bare Yarn 20% off everything sale. This I ordered when they had like a 15% off the whole website sale. I will say that normally if you're going to pay full price and you're going to buy 20 of one of the Bare Yarn bases, you can save 15%, is the normal like bulk Bare Yarn discount that they offer continuously on. And I believe they now offer it now on most of the yarn bases. It used to only be on some. And so right now with 20% off, that's a better deal than the typical bulk Bare Yarn purchase. And so I used, in the past when they had done one of these, like I think at the very end of 2017 maybe was the last time, I used this as an opportunity to buy like maybe 5 of a yarn base that I liked, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to commit to 20. And so it was like, or to buy one of something to test and see, because you're still getting the like wholesale type pricing. Yeah, but this sale will be going on through all of April. And yeah, it's a good time to get Bare Yarn. It does not stack with the bulk Bare Yarn discount, so you won't save an additional 15% off of the 20%. But I do think that they updated the bulk Bare Yarn page, so that way if you just want to order a 20 pack, you save 20% instead of the 15. So let's, oh, I forgot what I ordered. Oh, is that all? Oh, okay. I totally forgot. So one of the big reasons why I posted an order last time is I got a new set of KnitPicks blocking mats. This may or may not be my 4th set of them. I really, really like them, clearly. But occasionally I'll be blocking something so long or so big that I just will wish that I could make it a little bit bigger. And so these were like heavily on sale. So I picked one up. And yeah, they're completely smooth on one side and then sort of textured on the other, and they interlock, and I really like them, and I have a lot of them. But I find that they come in handy. Not so much for yarn dyeing, but I used to be a big lace knitter. And I mean, I just don't have well, I think with the kids, young kids around, it's a little hard to do lace knitting with a lot of beads just because of spilling and unraveling concerns. But I think that I got this for like $11 when normally I don't know, I think it was like ended up being over 50% off or something. So it was a good deal. All right, and the other thing that I got in this order, I thought I got more, but I got a 20 pack of Wool of the Andes worsted weight yarn. This is probably the first or second yarn that I ever got as a bulk 20 pack. This yarn is probably also right now the line of yarn that I have more commercially dyed colors of in my house than any other base that I think any yarn supplier offers. Like, I always make sure I have this color in black, in white, and then a bunch of other colors because I absolutely love it and I use it all the time. It's a great workhorse yarn. It's not as like strokeable soft as, say, the Swish line, which is another one I really like. That's a superwash merino line, whereas this is non-superwash Peruvian Highland wool. It does come in a superwash version, which I like fine, but I prefer the non-superwash one. And so, yeah. Ooh, cotton splitting. Ooh, that's not very fun. There's a comment about someone dealing with some cotton splitting right now. Well, yeah, so this is a small order, you know, just 20 skeins of wool of the Andes and some blocking mats. But yeah, I think that right now there are, goodness, I guess 4 main lines that I always have in stock. And those would be the Wool of the Andes worsted weight yarn, Stroll fingering weight yarn, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. I now always have Hawthorne on hand, which is 80% superwash fine Highland wool, 20% polyamide. It's a 2-ply high twist. Stroll is like a 4-ply. The twist is a bit softer, so like you don't really see the plies when you have it far away, but in Hawthorne you see those plies and it gives a really nice definition. Yeah, I also like wool of the Andes for hats and scarves, and I do big chunky cowls, things that like it holds up nicely, and we all wear winter hats with it. I really like it. And then another one that I have a lot of is Swish DK. And I think I love the whole Swish line. I've made sweaters out of, I think it was Swish worsted that I did back in the day. Like, I really enjoy that line a lot. I think that I initially started buying the Swish DK because I have the intention of dyeing yarn for like a fade cardigan at some point. And that's the yarn I decided I wanted to use for it. But then I just started ordering more and more and more and more of it. So then that's one that I keep around a lot too. And then I'll buy the occasional 20-pack of some others, but mostly otherwise, like there's some that like anytime they go on deep clearance, I'll get some, like Imagination or Gloss and a bunch of others. And so I have a lot of unboxings where I talk about these, and yeah, I hope that like this is a bit helpful. And the kids are attempting a sleepover upstairs, and it does not sound like it's going super well. I think one child wants to sleep and the other one wants to talk and play with the other child. And so I might need to sign off shortly to go assist said children. Oh gosh. Yeah, all right. So I was hoping to stay and chat a bit longer, but it does not look like that's going to be in the cards for me today. I will say, since it's the beginning of the month, there will be some other unboxings coming up in the next week or so, likely. I got some cool shipment notifications today, and I am really, really excited for everything that should be showing up in the mail this month. Yeah, but so again, I'm going to drop the link to the KnitPicks sale into the chat one more time. You can also find it in the video description. And, you know, obviously you don't need to use my link to take advantage of any of these discounts. It's just helps me have way more yarn than I could ever use. Oh, for first-time dyes, any suggestions? I think that food coloring is a really great way to start playing around with dyeing yarn in general, because it's easy to find, you don't need separate equipment, and it dyes wools so beautifully. I have so many videos that feature food coloring here on the channel. And so I think that if you really want to like just start, it's nice because all the techniques that you can do with acid dyes, the food coloring is essentially a type of acid dye. And so it's a nice way to start, and then you can move on and, you know, buy a dedicated dye pot and other stuff and move on to more commercial dyes. Oh, but you have acid dyes. Oh, if you have the acid dyes, what did I do first? I think I started with some hand painting. Make sure that you just wear some, like a mask so you don't inhale any powders when you make, when you're dealing with the powders. But yeah, I think I started with some hand painting, but you could also easily start with some kettle dyeing or something. For like, I've used both Jacquard and Dharma acid dyes, and I really like both of them a lot. Yeah, so I'm so sorry that I was late and now I'm signing off so quickly. I hope that you guys all have a really, really fantastic weekend. And so thank you so much for joining me for this quick, like, hey, yay, sale PSA and unboxing. Yeah, I hope next week or so, maybe I can do some kind of live dyeing so that way I can sit and chat a bit more with you guys. We'll see. This week was so hectic that next week has to be easier. But thankfully, like, not in a bad way, just like in a busy, chaotic way. Like the beginning of April is always just wild. All right, guys. Thank you so, so much for tuning in. And yeah, feel free, like if you have any questions or anything, leave a comment on this video. I'll be checking that later this evening. And yeah, I'm gonna go assist the brotherly disputes that are happening upstairs right now. So good night, everyone. Have a great evening.